I'm talking to Pastor Z here in Poland.
Yeah.
And your full name is what?
My full name is Zbigniew Wierzchowski.
Okay. And so we call you Pastor Z. Yeah.
Z is fine.
And so you are a pastor in a church in Głogów.
Yes.
Am I saying that right?
Very well.
Very good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And we are not actually in Głogów right now. We are somewhere else. What's the name of where we're at again?
Right now we are near a Czech border. This is a South Poland. Wonderful place called Stara Morava. About 3 hours from the place we live.
Yeah. Okay. So how long has the church been around?
The church is actually quite long. I came in 2001, but church in my town is maybe 45 years old. But before that, we also had people who were gathering in houses, different homes, and then in 1978 they start get a little house and start getting together. They build more, facility. So I would say more than 40 years right now. And of course we have before World War II, there was a church too, but it was a German church, Baptist church.
Okay. And so this camp was basically started by the church, is that right?
Yes, we started about 25 years ago.
Okay. And so were you around at the time when this started?
Yeah, I'm pastoring this church since 2001. And one of our idea was just to have this English camp during the summer.
Okay. And I'm sure you've seen this change over time, over the years. Can you give a little bit of an idea of what it was like when it started?
Yeah, our first camp, and we from the beginning to even now, we're doing that with International Messengers. This organization, which really helps a lot with finding people who can come. But I believe that right now it's more. In the beginning, I was thinking that would be more based only on organization, or maybe church one or two churches. But and it's right now I can tell it's more based on friendship with people, and that's something really for all these years did not change. So built on friendship, partnership, it's just great. More than any program or just very short project. So I would say this is long-term project of life. Change. The beginning was actually quite difficult. We have about maybe 30 people. The first camp we started, we wanted to quit. After the first camp was disaster. It's awful. Everything went really the way we should not do it. Also with people. We advertised not really well because we didn't tell upfront that it will be a Christian camp. So we kind of want people to come and read the Bible. And we find out later that people, when they come for the camp, there was kind of a rebellion. They didn't want to read Bible because we didn't tell. So the next year we said, okay, let's do it openly. That that will be a Christian camp. We're going to read the Bible, of course, open for anybody who wants to come, and really went well. So that's started. It was really, really cool. So that's for the camps were growing from 30, even the biggest camp we have 250 before COVID. After COVID was a little less people. Now about around 100 people. Which I believe is a great size, that we can communicate, it's the type when you can meet people through all this week, and really cool. And of course, we change places because it's nice to change environment and people get used to, again, do the same place. So we change at least 4 times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And you kind of already touched on this a little bit, but if you were to give sort of a summary of what you're trying to do here, what you're trying to accomplish, Uh, how would you describe that?
I would describe this as a great tool of our church, of what we're doing in Głogów to proclaim the gospel to many, many people, because people are coming not only from our town, they're coming from across Poland, but also from even the other countries of Europe. We have people from Italy or German or Great Britain, But especially, I believe also it's a great bridge when we invite people to this beautiful place. And they, I would say, little trap, because they cannot go home because they already paid and they wanted to be here and it's nice. And from the morning to the evening, they have ability to react with other people, and they find out that there are people who talk about Christ.
Right.
They talk about God so openly, especially with people in Poland when faith seems to be very, they call individual things. Okay, so we can talk about everything, but not about faith. Okay, so here they can hear about salvation, very gentle approach, very nice approach, and from Americans and from Polish people as well, testimonies, songs, and every year we can see people how they've been touched by what was going on here. And every year it seems like people are turning their lives to Christ, but there's no single person who are going home from that place, either American or Polish, who will not say, "Oh, this was just amazing time." Everyone is just saying that they were a little touched. And I remember people who are coming to me and saying, "Pastor, I love that time. It's not because of English. I learned a lot, but especially I learned a lot about God." So we hear that kind of saying, and people even right now, it's the middle of the camp, they're still saying, we would like to sign for the next year. We'd like to come because it's already great.
Yeah. I mean, I've already had conversations with, I think, more than one person who have said that they came to Christ because of this camp. And they're here back again. And this was how they got saved.
It's more than 30, maybe I would say even 40% of people in my church, they came through English camp.
That's amazing.
That's great fruit.
Yeah, man, that's incredible. And one of the things I've noticed is how strong of an element the relational aspect is. Because you have the worship time, you have the Bible reading time, which you need to have, right? But you're also spending a pretty extended period of time with each other.
Yeah, just playing, fun.
Right.
All these activities, actually, they're so great,
Yep.
to building a relationship with people.
Right. And so, we're getting to know each other, pretty well. And then that kind of gives soil for deeper conversations to come out of that.
Yeah. I had people from both sides, from American and Polish, and sometimes I was asking, why you keep coming? Because we have people who keep coming to the camp, this is not the first time they're coming 5-10 years even, all. And I remember one of men, actually from States, Brent Robbins, he said to me, "You know what? It highlights my life. Those moments, are so important." And this guy actually is a chief of the lawyer of General Mills. Used to be.
Wow!
The big figure. He
Yeah.
could go to different vacation every year to Hawaii. But he kept coming to our camp in Poland, when he was saying, "I've seen people turning lives to Jesus," and that's the most important thing to me, And I see my daughters. He has 3 daughters, growing during all these years, together. And he said that's something really changed my lives and changed lives of my family. So we're talking about the life journey. And when you talk with some of those Americans, they were saying, we look back, even I myself, I look back and I see my life and those camps are highlights of my spiritual life, my spiritual faith in Christ, and it's worth of every penny, and every time we get together, because I truly believe that God directed, that God is helping us, like with everything actually doing for Kingdom of God. And it's just amazing me that it doesn't matter if you're from States or Poland or in different parts of the world, we just get together and we have wonderful time, and God
Yeah.
is the one who is blessing.
Yeah, yeah. And that's something that's been really striking to me too, is just the bond that we get to form here in spite of language barriers and cultural barriers. Yeah, that's been really, really special.
And Zach, we can learn from each other. That's
Oh yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. Right.
You can tell someone about people in Poland, in the United States. How do they look? How do they speak? How they smell? But it's still what they eat.
Right.
It will not compare if you come and then when you spend time with them. The same here. I just really believe that it's opened up our mind and hearts so much, that we can learn from each other. And like you said, it's a mutual help and it's a mutual blessing that we can carry in our lives. And although I would say, helping us in our ministry in our country. It opens up to in our churches, more and the society around us.
Right. Yeah. And just the way that this is structured, it's kind of baked into the cake. It's an English camp,
Yep.
which means, you're going to need help from natural English speaking people.
Oh, yeah.
And so that brings, Americans into this, people who have maybe never been overseas like myself.
Yeah.
Gives them an opportunity to go on missions trips,
Right.
and they get impacted by that. You're bringing Poles and Ukrainians here who
Yep.
get to be impacted by God's word, and they're also learning how to speak some English. And so it's a very cool idea.
Yeah. And upon that, just tell me, is the country more welcome Americans than Poland?
Man,
Come on.
I don't
Where
know.
you go? I believe Polish nation is very hospitable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to tell so much about my good nation, but I truly believe that. But we love still Americans. We have
Sure.
a great partner, with NATO, but also with our history. Like we're talking Kościuszko, we're talking a lot of. You have all this the hero Puławski in your country, Wałęsa, or some other people who also have that impact in your country as well, and your country impact on our countries during the time of solidarity. So I believe it's something behind that too. That somehow Polish people link to the Americans. Hopefully the same way, the other way.
Yeah. Very much a mutual benefit.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you hope to see happen, say, like 5-10 years into the future with this thing? Do you have, if you can speak to that?
I don't know. I'm still see a great impact and possibility to work together.
Yeah.
If there should be another camp like it is right now, maybe. We almost every year we're saying this is our last camp. Yeah, because it's quite a long time already.
You were saying that after the first time.
Of course, yeah. So, but it's still it's open the list and people are coming, sign up from the both sides. So we're saying, okay, great, let's go do it. And it's interesting also that during the year we having people from even your church, from Minnesota Church, from all these partners, and they're coming to my town. We're working together in our Aslan School or the different projects. So this actually comes is just like little foundation or just maybe a code, some excuse to do some good work together, you know.
Mhm.
So that's how it is. And in 5-10 years, I have no idea. I just really would like that those projects will still be continuing. Different maybe forms. We already see different forms that used to. Like this year, for example, we add Spanish, English,
Yeah, right.
because Polish
right.
people love Spanish as well.
Yep.
You know, so maybe we'll be adding different things. And I believe the form it needs to be changed, like everything in church we're doing. You know,
Yeah.
now. But of course, the most important is gospel. So gospel
Right.
needs to be preached a different way. But it's, we're very open for what God is going to bring and reveal us, you know, in the future.
Yeah. All right. Well, I really appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sitting down with me.
Thanks.
I would encourage you to pray for this camp and pray for Pastor Z
Yes.
and your church. What is the name of your church?
My church, it's a Baptist church in Głogów.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Simple one. Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Thank you for sending people to Poland.
oh yeah.
And appreciate that. We love you guys.